Good morning, everybody. Rodney here, and may the 4th be with you. Anyway, just want to say good morning to everybody. We've got some people in the house already. We got TJ Giggles and TJ Giggles FPV. He's first. Mayla, good morning. Dennis Lovelady, good morning. Ray Kelly, good morning. And in the green room, we've got Dominic. Welcome. Caught him off guard.
Back. Hey.
And we got Scott. Jackrabbit FPV.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Dominic.
Welcome back, Dominic.
Yep. Been a while.
About time you stayed awake.
Yeah, well, it's only 9 p.m. It's only 9 p.m. now.
Oh, my goodness. Next weekend, Saturday morning coffee and Rodney at 11 a.m. just kidding, brother. Nah, not really. Anyway,
you and Dominic.
As I said, that's what happens. You know, we lost daylight saving, and you got daylight saving, so that made it everything 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, that's true. Let me get rid of that banner.
Yeah, and here's Peter. Good evening.
So.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Morning, Peter. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Doing good.
I'm fixing my watch. It was saying Saturday the 3rd, number 1, and then I was about 3 minutes late.
You're a whole day late.
Yeah, it's Saturday the 4th here.
Yeah. Well, I just fixed that problem. So I backed in here to get off this road, and I didn't realize I had a cable that was going across the so you can't get in there to the tower.
Oh.
And it's laying so low, that's why I didn't see it.
Gotcha.
I gotta make sure I can get out without ripping my undercarriage out from underneath my truck now. So I better check that out. Hold on, give me just a second.
So Peter, how you been doing?
Yeah, been doing pretty good, thanks. Yeah, not a lot happening, but hanging in there still.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, it's kind of a bleak day for sunrises this morning. I had clouds over my sky, and Scott had clouds on his sky, and
it's
pretty dark over your way, Rodney, there.
All right, Dennis. Well, you have a good day in case you can't come back, brother.
We got a 60% chance of rain today, but it's not supposed to get here till this afternoon, so I thought I'd be okay. We must have got a pretty good rain yesterday sometime because these roads are slick, and I got a lot of water in a lot of different places. Man, it's great riding around here because there's nothing around here. You know, you pick one of these roads and you don't even expect to see a car. I got to see 2 cars this morning.
Wow.
Wow.
Coming by waving, it's like, I love it. It's just so great. When we go to Moultrie usually when we're up here, and my wife and I were at the grocery store yesterday, and I don't remember who was in line, and it didn't matter. It's just good country people, and she says, now that's why I like to come to Moultrie, because I don't remember what the people were doing, but they're just polite and nice and just loving on each other. It's great.
Yeah, hey, let me say good morning to a few people. We got Mayla DeFow in the house. Mayla, good morning. We got Tony, Tropic USA. Good morning. We got Ray Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning, Ray.
Ray's been in for quite a while, actually. Sorry, Ray.
Yeah, Ray got up early this morning. Oh, he wasn't in your show though, was he?
Do what?
He wasn't in your sunrise show, was he? I can't remember.
I don't recall him being in there, but that doesn't mean it. I don't always catch everybody that comes in.
Yeah, good morning to all in chat.
Yep, good morning to everybody I've missed. Hello,
Ronnie, good morning.
Hey, let me flip around here real quick and see if y'all can see this. I didn't know this, but pecan trees is a big thing around here. I don't know if I can see this or not. man, this is a huge field that they just planted all brand new pecan trees. And it is,
Wow.
in case y'all don't know, it is called pecan, not pecan. Anyway.
Depends where you're from.
No. I don't
There
really
we
want to go
go.
down this road, Scott, but it's
There we
pecan,
go.
not pecan.
He's on.
No, it's
He's
pecan.
on the road already. On the pecan
I guess
road.
that's the difference between
Peacock-
Okie
peacock
and Floridian.
David?
But anyway, it's so cool riding around here and see so many different new things and stuff like that. But they make a ton of money off these pecans.
Hey, AZ Drone Dude, David, good morning. We got Ronnie in the house. God bless America. Morning, guys.
I can't see chat.
Pecan, pecan.
Tom.
It's
Yeah,
a
hi, Brent.
tomato and a pecan. Yeah, and
You say
it's
tomato, I say tomato.
There we
Tell
go.
Brad. Tell Brad it's an ant, not an aunt. Auntie.
Ants. They're those little things that run around the ground, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a grandmother and an aunt.
Hi to
I
God bless
love the
America.
different cultures we have.
Oh, don't get me started.
Did you ask a question, Scott?
Pardon me?
Did you just ask a question?
No, I said I love our country because we got so many different cultures and
Oh,
just how our regions are so different too. So I don't know how many acres of pecans they got here, but it's a bunch. But they're all brand new too. It'll be 15, 20 years before they even get anything off that crop that they've got there. But that's future investment right there.
How big do those trees grow?
They get up to be, they probably 40, 50 feet tall.
Okay, pretty big then.
yeah, they're pretty big trees.
Yep.
And when they start dropping their pecans, the pecans are in a sheath. And like we have a pecan tree right next to our house here, and when it starts dropping the pecans, if we don't get them off, it'll stain the deck.
You're talking about the green skin on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and let me tell you about that. So a hickory tree has that same green skin on it. And my dad was a veterinarian, and we found out that probably some old timer told us this. Man, I'm at a crossroads, I don't know where to go. But we used to take that green skin and you could rub it on. It would give you like an iodine stain, and I forgot what we treated for us. I think it was like poison ivy. It worked for poison ivy. It worked for a lot of type rashes, and he actually started bottling it, and he didn't necessarily sell it, but he'd give it away for treatment. Hey, Philip Cochet.
Oh, Adrian Mateo's there too. Morning, Adrian.
Yep.
Oh man, I still
Let him in.
down there and see
Adrian, good morning.
Yes, long time no see.
Adrian lives
Tina.
on one of these little country roads like I'm driving down right now. I need to get down there and see him.
Adrian, how you been doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
John, Flying Flynn Media. Hey, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to.
Uh-oh.
No, don't do it.
You're not going to, are you?
I won't do it. The same thing happened to apparently Johnny.
Yeah.
The drone flyer that happened to me a couple of years ago.
Somebody's in the green room, shouldn't be.
Well, somebody popped in, but they used a different, like when it happened to me, Scott, they used Dennis Lovelady's logo.
Oh, wow.
And Dennis wasn't yet in the chat.
So that's how they do. Look, I'm telling you, all this stuff is important information. So what they do is they come in with the logo on, and then you click it thinking it's okay, and that's when they go make their camera live. Is that what they do?
Yeah, and then this guy was, slinging his stuff literally.
Yeah. I was actually on Johnny's show when it happened. That's the first time I keep hearing about it, but I just look at the tail and Dominic's face.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the first time I was actually involved with when it actually happened. It's like, so this is what everybody's been talking about, which is
Yeah. So after that, I basically quit putting the link in the chat.
Well, I finally last week I think I went live and actually had guests for the first time. I actually went live on Ray Kelly. I know he's in here, and he used to be on Monday at 6:00, and I like that because I kind of use live streams to kind of wind down at the end of the day. And Ray's not there on Monday anymore, so I was killing time waiting to get to the Grumpy Vlogger, which I think comes on at 7. Or no, who came on at 7? At 7 was Duranafly.
Yeah.
And of course, he's been in the process of selling his house and stuff, which takes up a lot of time, because trust me, I know because I just went through it myself. And anyway, there was kind of a void there. So I said, well, let me just fill in. Now, all I was doing was killing time. That's all I wanted to do. But I figured out how to do live stream. I don't know. Do you know YouTube is not YouTube, but StreamYard has just sold out to somebody?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just saw a video on it yesterday, and it sold to a bigger company. And this bigger company, I think, does do AI. But anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen with whether we're going to get to keep the same pay rate and setup and stuff. But I'm sure they'll probably go and try to improve it a little bit. So
yeah, that's the second time that they've been taken over or been bought out by someone. Yeah, a couple of years ago, someone bought them out too.
Oh, I never even knew that.
Yeah, but they said that first time though, they pretty much kept things the way it was.
Yeah, it did.
Let the people maintain it too. So
just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, they're kind of hoping the same thing will happen, but
yeah, let's hope so. Yeah.
But you're on. This is a StreamYard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, for what I was getting at, that's the first time I ever had guests on, and so man, that's different and new. I put the stream in the link in there so you join the stream, and I forgot to check the green room. People were coming in and
had them queuing up in the green room.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I eventually started putting the link in there. But I always wait. Now, when somebody comes on and they pop into the chat room, I always make sure I see who it is first.
Yeah. And in my case, that was what was going on. So
here's a case in point. Here we are talking about people just randomly popping in, showing their stuff, and this guy pops in.
He's very suspect.
In the green room, and he's sitting there with a red Corvette behind his back, doing who knows what.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get the
bring Hot Rod in.
Morning, Rodney.
There he is.
Rodney.
We thought it was someone else from Florida.
Yeah.
But you can never tell about those people from Florida, man.
No, that's right. No.
Good news is I'm not really from Florida. I'm from Ohio. So,
well, let me tell
that's
you,
even worse.
Rod, there's very few of us that are actually from Florida. I was actually born in Florida, but most everybody came. And again, if you go study the history of Florida, you'll find out how most people got down here with the 1950s. They came down here to learn how to fly so they could go to World War II or one. Yeah, well, 50s. It had to be before that. I can't remember. But anyway, they came down here to learn how to fly. And then they realized that, they come down here during the wintertime when it was warm, and lo and behold, then everybody decided to come and stay, which is fine.
Yeah.
So,
I want to say hi to some people. We got Tina XXXX in the house. We got Philip Koshat. Of course, Adrian. Who else? There was Oh, Alex Escardo is.
Yeah, Alex Escardo.
He was in the chats, but he's on his way to work, so he's probably just listening in. But good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Alex.
And I guess that's it for now. So
what about TJ? Was TJ here earlier, or was he?
TJ was like first.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, he was the first one in the chat, so
okay.
I've already said good morning to him.
Okay, yeah, just noticing there. I wasn't too sure whether he was in earlier or not.
You know, never mind. I'm not going to go on about my eyes here. I'm just sitting here looking at this screen, how clear it looks compared to what it was when I had glasses.
Yeah. I think your eyes got worse. What is that thing sitting on the bench behind you? That is not an FPV drone.
No, it's not. It's my Mavic Air 2, which I've had a lot longer than I've had my FPV drone. So don't knock it.
You know, I still have mine too, Rodney.
I figured you would. I mean,
well,
I got the Insta360 Sphere for it.
Oh, cool.
It's funny. The only thing I've been flying lately is the Air 2S. So I haven't flown FPV in a while now.
Tina, you have a good day. Michael W. Blade, good morning.
Morning.
Actually, that was a question I was going to ask you, Rodney. What size battery do you fly on your 5-inch?
6S.
Yeah. Milliamps.
Well, I've got 2 5-inchers that I use 6S on, and then I got another 5-incher that I use 4S.
Yeah. How many milliamps on those 6S?
1100.
Okay, so the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I'm 1550.
Huh?
I was asking Rod, does he have 1550?
Me, I run. I have the Tattoo 1400s. I also have some of Fly High's 1300s. I gave half of them to Maddie so far. I'm probably going to replace the 4 that I have left with probably some more tattoos. But I've got 8 of the 1400s, but I'm thinking about getting like 4 of the 1200s to replace the 4 that I may give Maddie.
You got Johnny Drone Flyer in the house. Good morning, Johnny.
Something a little smaller for the domain, Scotty.
How's your fingers, Rod? Now that I think about it, you mentioned the domain.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's the one figure. It's pretty much mostly healed. The tip on this one's good. I still got the bruise in the fingernail.
Yeah.
And the thumb is great.
Yeah, well, good. At least you're healing up well.
Yeah. I mean, took a month, but yeah, they're fine. You know, though, Michael, I actually messed 2 of them up, although I think I got one of them back. I discharged them on my Hoda, and both batteries developed problems with the cell. The one battery, I sort of was able to do a balance charge and get it to come back. The other battery, I got one cell that just does not want to play nice. So I ordered a replacement this morning. It actually should show up today, but I was looking at Race Day Quads, and one guy commented that he had a cell go bad, or a couple of cells go bad in one, and Tattoo replaced it for him. So I'll probably reach out to Tattoo and see if I can't get him to go, okay, we'll replace the battery, because there's no reason the cell to go bad when you're discharging on a freaking intelligent charger.
I'm doing a bridge inspection. This is why we got a road. It's 122 is one of our major roads come through. This road's been closed for about 3 months, and I'm on.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it open yet?
No, it's like I already knew they were going to be like this. They did one up the road from it, and they kept it closed for a long time. I'll be honest, it's probably 100% done, and that's the other thing. It sits here for like another month before they finally open it up. But it it's one of our major roads that cuts through. And like if you're gonna go to the interstate, you'd probably be cutting through. It comes up out of Thomasville, Georgia. But I'm on the other side of it, and I thought, well, let me go see what's going on down here. But it's pretty cool. That's it right there. And we got like 3 bridges here that they redid this time, so they shut down most of the. And there's no real roads to go around it either. You have to go a pretty good ways to get around this now. So.
They're probably waiting on final inspection.
Yeah, but and then look, if I look here, that they don't have that paved yet, so it's still got a little bit of work to do, but not much. They're pretty much done with the bridges anyway.
Well, come on, how many roads in Florida aren't paved?
Yeah, but asphalt doesn't take a day to put down asphalt, so. But you're right. It's probably because they got to get the inspections done and taken care of.
All right, guys, real quickly, I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to leave it up for about 30 seconds. So if anybody wants to join, grab it while you can, because it's going to go away. Actually, it'll probably just be about 15 seconds. It's pretty bad when you can't trust people anymore, you know?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. The link, Ray, Adrian. Clock's ticking.
Maybe I can distract Rodney. Hey, Rodney, how's your Avada too?
That's all right. I was flying it the other day. Yesterday, I went to a doctor's appointment, and it was kind of windy. The thing doesn't do too well in the wind.
Mm-mm.
I mean, my Air 2S does better in the wind than that thing does. But it is what it is. I like it. I'm glad I bought it. Exactly, B-Rad. Exactly.
So what do you think the use of it's for? I mean, I know you fly a regular FPV. You probably feel more comfortable flying that one around people or something like that. And I mean, not over people or anything like that, but in the general vicinity of people.
Yeah.
I don't do that with FPV. Well, I actually do a little bit, but I don't do that with FPV because I do know it's a wildcat, you know?
Yeah. I don't do it very often around people. And I'm pretty that's why I go to the church to fly.
Well, here, let me put it to you this way. Remember when we went to spin up and they were flying those whoops right amongst us, all through our legs and everything else?
Yeah. Well, those are the little tiny whoops. That's a little different.
So this is a bigger monster than that, then, is what you're telling me. It's this is a little bigger of a monster than just the tiny whoops that they're flying through.
The Avada 2, yeah, it's definitely bigger than a whoop. But I would feel fairly comfortable flying it around people.
Well, that's what I thought.
Because it's easier to control when you're in normal mode.
Right.
So it's my relaxing mode because I only use the motion controller.
Normal mode.
So you have to work really hard when you're doing normal FPV. So what I kind of want to do the ho hum, just cruise around kind of thing. My Avada is great for that.
Hang on a minute, Rod. Hey, Captain.
Yep.
We're getting some echo.
I know. I'm trying to shut it down. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Good morning.
Morning, Ray.
Morning.
That sounds a little better now.
Do you miss Florida yet, Ray?
Yes, I missed it 5 minutes after I went into Georgia. Yeah.
So I guess you're back in New York now.
Yeah,
Good.
right up here. Been good though. The weather's been good. Chilly, but good.
Awesome.
Chilly, what's
Productions. Good morning.
What temperature is chilly?
Adrian's supposed to be coming in here, but
He probably has to put on his pants, Rodney.
Yeah.
true.
Oh, come on. Who wears pants on these things?
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, the guy on Johnny's didn't.
You only need a shirt. You know, the video only shows from chest up.
Scott, you had a great live stream.
Everything. Well, so what? So was it buffering at the end? That everybody started putting the
At the
buffers
end.
Yeah.
Right
I
at the
don't
end,
get
it
it.
started buffering.
I don't get it because the drone's up there. I bring it down, and I guess that's when it happens. So it doesn't make any sense. And look, I full signal, so I don't know what you do.
Now, I know this is rude, but I got to eat my bacon. I made some bacon and eggs today.
Nice.
How dare you eat bacon in front of us?
That's right.
And don't share it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't even share.
Yeah.
You should have told us you were eating mush or something like that, so we wouldn't. Egg,
I burnt it though. Listening to you, Scott, I burnt it. Yeah, you guys want some?
Here, I'll take some. Cat, go away. Oh, you got tear coming out of your eye.
So, Rodney, I was sleeping when you were on.
How dare you, Ray? So, Ray, you gonna stick at the Thursday evening spot?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Come here. Hang on a minute, guys.
We get some comments up.
How do
Jerry Franks, how you doing?
How do you do that? How you getting comments?
You got gunk in his eye, Rodney?
His point.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, my one kitty cat has that problem.
She's got a bad eye. It's all clouded over. And now that I look at it, it looks like it might even be swelling. I mean, she's had that all her life. She's only been able to see out of the one eye. But now it's beginning to ooze, and I'm going to have to take her into the vet.
Yeah.
My one kitty, the tear ducts, he gets it freaking every day. He's got the gunk in his eyes.
Hey, Ray, not Ray, but Rodney, I want to know if Mela has finally flown her Avata.
Not yet.
Oh, really?
No.
What is she waiting for, Rodney? So, Mela, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. Yeah. She should have known this was coming. So she's playing.
Yeah.
So let me say good morning to Art. Art, good morning. We've got Jerry Franks in the house, and
Warren's there.
Warren. The mysterious Warren Akira show that was supposed to be at the
I know. I'm telling you. Scotty, I think Scotty started that rumor. I think so.
Yeah, but I couldn't have done it without you, Ray.
Well, he's going to be there next year. I think he's going to be there next year, right? Right, Warren? Let me know. I'll give you a number. You tell me. You, Warren, you tell me.
Oh, boy. That was funny, man. I tell you, I love his comments. He's fun to chat with, and man, I sure
Venus
love
Point, good morning. Well, I don't know if Adrian's still coming in or not.
Well, miss seeing Adrian.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
Art,
used to
how you
have some
doing?
good times when he'd come on here.
Well, I know Adrian. I'm supposed to get down there and go fly with him, and I got down there one time. And look, I've only been down and flying. I got to fly with Ken, and we were trying to hook up with Adrian that day too, but he had to work.
Yeah.
And we did get to see him. We did go all kind of stop and eat lunch. We didn't eat lunch together, but he was stopping at lunch, and man, I ain't had time since. I mean, just go all the time.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of good fun back in the old days with Adrian on Matt Show.
Yeah.
Back at a lot of fun here.
Yeah. Chris Oak and Matt and you. That dry sense of humor, I love that humor.
Rodney, I even burnt my eggs too.
You
Wow.
burnt your eggs? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you burn your eggs.
Yes,
That
I
is
reckon.
bad.
Yeah, how do you burn eggs?
You
Genius
can do it.
Point, good morning.
Good morning, Arco.
Morning.
So Ray, what you got planned for today?
Well, I wasn't gonna fly. I didn't plan on flying, but then Scott inspired me to go fly. So I'm gonna go down to Mount Sinai Harbor and
Really?
fly the drone down there. Maybe follow some boats, see how many boats are in the marina, maybe find an osprey nest.
Oh, cool. Michael Boring.
Hey, Charlie.
Michael Boring does a lot of that.
Yes, he does.
Drone Saki. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Scotty, you're as far from me as Maddie is.
Oh, really?
Google says like little over 3 hours to your place, or
Well, guess
Tallahassee from me.
Guess what? You went and saw Maddie, and you didn't come see me yet.
Yeah, I know. I've been going to ask you where the hell your farm is, and I'd come over.
Yeah, I'll if I know you coming, you just gotta give me some warning when you coming, because you know,
Bring the domain. You can fly.
I never know where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna tell you, look, it's country up here. I mean, it's literally not much.
Scott,
Hey, Jackrabbit,
Right.
I grew up next to a horse farm in the country, so I'm familiar with country.
I got you.
Scott, how far are you going to be from 95?
Oh, 95. So 75 is what I'm closer to.
Oh,
Yeah, 95, I guess, goes up through Jacksonville, and 75 goes up through Lake City. What part of a 95 are you talking about you're going to be?
yeah.
What
Got to
part
go
of
across I-10 to get there.
Hey, I got a good tip for you guys, just to let you know. I brought my car to CarMax. Has anybody used CarMax to trade in your vehicle or sell your vehicle to CarMax?
I know what they do.
They gave me $4,000 more for my trade if I traded it
Wow.
or sell it to them.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
So I'll be doing that Monday. I'm bringing it there Monday.
What kind of car?
2019 Hyundai Tucson.
Mm.
Well, that's
So the
pretty.
SUV. Mm. Yeah, those are popular.
Well, it's clean and in good shape too, I'm sure.
So Adrian popped into the green room, and
Yeah,
this
that's right.
when I was to let him on, he went.
Well,
Yeah.
you probably didn't have no shrimp and lobster back there.
I don't know what's going on.
There was some there when I joined, but it was gone when I left.
Sorry, I got another side panel going on here.
I should probably ask Johnny how he's liking his Santa Fe still.
Santa Cruz. Who's got the Santa Cruz?
Oh yeah. Sorry, Santa Cruz.
I got the Santa Fe.
Yeah. I've got the Santa Cruz. So
Oh, you have a Santa Cruz also?
I got a 2023 in October of 2022.
That's good. Brad? And you like your Santa Cruz, Rod?
Oh God, you couldn't have a better drone truck with all the storage that is in the bed. It's basically got that big honking. Well,
Right.
it's supposed to be a cooler that's in the bed, but yeah, it's just a big gigantic storage area that you can put drone stuff in. You got the two side panels in the truck bed with all bunch of little things and accessories, and there's a great storage under the back seat as well. That is, you literally couldn't ask. And then it comes with the tonneau cover, so you can literally just launch your drone off the back of the truck.
Good
Nice.
morning, Food Forest Permaculture. Welcome to the chat. Go ahead, Rod.
Sorry, I'm coughing, Rodney. My wife got sick on the road trip back, and I
Blame it
got
on
it
the
now.
wife. Yeah, blame it on the wife.
And it's all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive?
Yeah, I got the top end. So.
What car is behind you, Rod?
What's that?
Oh,
that Inspiration. So I have, it's still sitting in Ohio. It has been for 30 plus years. I have a 67 Camaro that is sitting in my mom's garage. I blew the motor up at the racetrack, and it's been sitting ever since then. And I keep talking about putting it back together and getting it going. The body's actually in pretty good condition. But yeah, it's the first year 67 for the Camaros. Everybody seems to like the 69s. I don't like the 69s. The nose on them is a little too fat for me.
I even like the new ones. The new ones are nice.
The new ones are nice too. Yeah, I have to agree. The new ones are sharp looking.
That's a nice car to have, though.
Yeah, so it's sitting there waiting for me to do something with it at some point.
My brother.
Number 69. All right. Sorry, Warren. Number 69 is gone already. Let's see who's number 69.
Ray, I'm number 21, right?
Yeah, you're number 21, Scott. Yep.
Adrian.
Hey, there he is.
Adrian.
Adrian. Holy. How you doing, brother?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing all right. And you guys?
Pretty good, thanks.
Ronnie, Dominic, Scott, Peter, Kelly. How you doing, Hot Rod?
Good. You know, Scotty, if I come over that way, we should probably drag Adrian along because he's not that far from you.
Oh, that's right.
Because he's in Gainesville.
Yeah. You can pick him up on the way and bring him on up.
Where you at right now, Jack Rabbit?
I'm actually in South Georgia right now. Actually, I'm in Berlin to be exact where I'm at.
How do you get from Georgia to Germany?
Right, yeah, long drive.
I hope they got gas in Berlin because I don't have much, and I've been riding around all over the place. No, Berlin's if you're going to go to, you know, that's what's sad about these little towns. You used to go to the local grocery store and the local I don't know, what do you call them, general. Now you go to Dollar General. You know, the Dollar General place is where you go hang out.
That's about the way it is here.
Yeah, every little town has one. I mean, it's I think I'll bypass Berlin and go to Moultrie. So I'm heading to Moultrie now to go get my gas. It's cheaper there.
Man, it's good to see you, Adrian. Really, we missed you.
Yeah, Adrian, how you been doing? What you been up to?
Work, kids, just working hard, Ronnie, trying to get, you know, these stuff taken care of. It's a lot. Little 2-year-old about to be 3. My oldest daughter driving me nuts. Sometimes you want to choke about her little toes, you know.
How old is she now, Adrian?
Going on 15, and she's the one that giving me all these gray hairs.
What gray hairs?
Yeah, they're gone.
It's basically gone, Peter. Exactly. Remember when I used to have hair right here? Not no more.
Same as me. Yeah.
Hey, I understand. Adrian, I'm already past that stage.
Not to scare you, Adrian, but with my daughter, it wasn't the terrible 2s. It was the terrible 3s.
Yeah, I understand. Ronnie, when it comes to my oldest son, I know a lot of you guys remember how little they were when I used to bring them on the stream. My son is basically about almost a foot taller than me. Wow. He don't even look like a kid no more. He look like a grown man the way he sound and talk.
And how old is he?
He's about to be 18 in 21 days.
Wow.
Wow.
18.
And he's going to graduate from high school with honors, A and B honor roll. So I'm very proud of him.
Good for him.
Good.
I've been focusing on all of that, Rodney. So a lot of times when I come home from work, I go out and I try to do extra, work to go out and make a little bit of money. Just being so busy that I don't really have time.
Yeah.
For like I used to on YouTube, not no more.
Yeah. Believe me, brother.
Adrian,
I've been down that road too. So
Yeah.
Adrian, your YouTube channel didn't make you $1 million?
Ray Kelly. Look, Ray Kelly, I owe you one. No, not yet.
You still got the guns channel? You still got the guns channel too?
Yeah, I still have the gun channel. And one thing about that, with the drones, Ray Kelly, I gotta go somewhere for me to do videos. With my guns, all I gotta do just go right here on my yard, which I have my little shooting range, and I just could make videos right then and there. So it's easier for the gun than the drone. Plus, it's been raining over here a lot. I know Scott know what I'm talking about. So
I got sprinkles on the windshield right now.
I don't care if the guns get wet; they're still gonna shoot. My drones won't, probably won't work properly after they get wet.
Good morning to
Adrian,
Aubrey Drone.
Philip Coachard said you made 999,900. I don't know. 999,999,999.
999,999,999 dollars.
Well, look at that! I got more money than the Treasury. Then I got more money than Biden.
Hey, I'll be droned. How you doing?
Hey, Dano, I'll be droned in the house.
What's going on, everybody?
Actually, Adrian, Google made $1 million on your channel. As many ads as they run everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make nothing.
Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Daggone, I haven't been here in a long time.
Everybody's sleeping, I guess, huh, Adrian?
Sir?
Your family is sleeping.
Actually, no. Unfortunately, my oldest daughter, she got started at school because she doesn't want to do her homework, and so she's running behind right now. Again, she's the one that giving me gray hairs.
So when you do fly, Adrian, what do you fly anymore?
I know. I don't know about a lot of you guys. I'm in love with that Phantom. That DJI Phantom 4 Pro V2.
Yeah, you like that
big old monster. But then I also go to my Mavic 3.
Don't you fly FPV?
I got one, but I'm not an expert like you.
I've probably been an expert.
I do not know how to fly the true FPV. Matter of fact, Jack Rabbit. I want to say this, Rodney. Somebody gonna stay nameless, but I think his name is Scott, aka Jack Rabbit FPV. He was supposed to show me how to fly that way. I would say about 6 years ago, but I still haven't.
He never showed you, Adrian. He never showed you.
No.
See, Adrian, you should have asked me about him. I would have told you he's a shady character.
But Ronnie, do me a favor. FPV. Do me a favor. Don't tell him that I mentioned him live on your show. He can't hear you. I won't.
Mum's the word, man.
Hey, Joe Folio. How you doing? Good morning.
Hey, Joe Folio.
Morning, Joe.
I started last October, Adrian. I'm doing okay now, but I'll tell you, if you want to start, well, for me, and it was different from Maddie. Maddie flew. Maddie's like Johnny. They went out and flew and crashed and flew and crashed and flew and crashed. I spent like 2 weeks inside the simulator before I went out and flew, and for me, learning that way kind of worked.
A lot of people say
really
that's
well.
The best way.
Yeah, but it's all for each one. I mean, it's
yeah, exactly.
Simulator. I had to go out and crash. So,
are the sims exactly like flying? No, but close enough.
But is it true? Crashing is half the fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's what you do before you crash is why it was fun.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good morning.
How you doing, Chris Hope?
Morning, Chris.
Especially when you like do corners and you drift into trees and bushes and things like that when you're trying to do a turn. It makes you learn how to turn.
You
Learn how to turn.
crash.
Rodney, is this coughing too much? Because if it is, I can get out.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine. You're not bothering anybody.
Or the power loop that you didn't loop quite tight enough and fly it into the ground.
That's the reason why I stopped flying my DJI FPV hot rod. I actually did it twice since I've had it. The first time I was doing great. I guess for me I was doing great, but then the second time I said, "Oh, I got it now." I took that sucker up, down, and the blade just started sinking on the ground. I mean, it made a big old, like a 3-inch hole on my grass. I said, "Nope, not no more."
Yeah.
Kill switch.
Try lift off. The beautiful part of it, Adrian, with something like lift off is you don't have to go any further than what you are right now. You can sit in that chair and learn to fly a PV. So
I hear you, but again, somebody gonna remain nameless. I think his name is Scott. I think it is. If anybody knows him, put a FPV on him.
He's
set him
somewhere
up.
out in the country, I hear.
Good morning, Tony.
Jim.
Hey, morning, Jim Straining.
He's
Jim
about to
Brown,
call
how you
for
doing?
somebody to come bring him some gas.
So your farm is northeast of Tallahassee, Scotty?
It's you go to Thomasville and then go northeast. Yes, 122 meanders back towards I-75 just above Valdosta. Actually goes through Hayhira. Yeah, Hayhira is actually what's
Hey, Mel, how you doing?
So you're almost Georgia then.
I am Georgia.
You are Georgia. Got it.
Yeah, I'm South Georgia. I'm not very far from Valdosta. If you were going to come up, you'd come up to Valdosta.
Ah, got you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so Scott, your property is actually in Georgia?
Yes.
Oh, all this time I thought it was in Florida.
Both.
Me too. I thought it was closer to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is Florida's filling up. And so we got to go to South Georgia now. And in 20 years, South Georgia will be filled up too. I mean, it literally.
He just wants to pay the taxes.
Well, guess what? My business is still in Florida, and it will stay.
Why does that not surprise me?
That's where Scott made his $1 million.
Georgia has an income tax, but Florida does not. Florida lets all the tourists pay for our taxes because we have a fuel tax instead. And anybody that comes and buys gas in Florida pays our tax. So you guys come on down all you want. We love it.
Well, that hurricane last year then went freaking almost right over top of your property then, didn't it?
We were lucky. It just missed us in Tallahassee and just missed us at the farm too. Literally,
Yeah, I was gonna say because it went real close to Valdosta.
it did go. It actually tore Valdosta up pretty good. So, and actually, that area I was just in got a little bit of the damage, not a lot, but and then Mayo, literally, it got hit real hard.
Hey, Lance.
And went over Mayo into Live Oak and then came up towards Valdosta. So that was the place that got hit the hardest. And those people are still dealing with the damage. Matter of fact, I got to go to Live Oak next week and help a gentleman who's got property damage. So, and he turns out I went to school with him. I hadn't seen him. I think he graduated a year ahead of me, and I hadn't spent all these years. And I'll get to see him again for the first time in a long time. So I finally made it to big town of Moultrie, Georgia. And this is where
Lance Cadena, good morning.
This is where Mark Fisher came and flew. The son of a gun didn't call me and let me know it. So, literally was not very far from me at all. And I know Mark, he's dealing with some hardships right now.
Right. God bless him and his family.
Yeah.
Is John Flint still in the chat, Rodney? Was he in the chat?
He is.
Because I had to swap out the coffee cup, had to show his now.
Oh, all right. That's a nice looking cup.
Well, I mean, yours was the first. Yours was the first, Rodney.
I got gas here for $3.55, or I can look just down the road here and gas is $3.35. Which one do you think I ought to go to? Or which one do you think I'll go to? Because I'm cheap.
Well, look here. Look who's texting me early this morning, Mr. Chris Hope.
Chris Hope, boy, he texted you. You're privileged.
Yeah, but if I tell you what he texts me, Rodney will kick me out of the chat.
So how far off 75 are you, Scotty?
From 75, about 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, Ben Rao, you have a good one, brother.
So, Ronnie,
You're still over 3 hours from me.
Yeah.
Ronnie,
What?
Ronnie, the only thing I told Chris Hope is I called him my old raccoon. I'm just being nice. And then he gonna laugh at me after I call him my old raccoon.
I can only imagine what he said back.
Scott, what town are you in?
Moultrie, Georgia. Pulling up to the gas station right now. Fixing
Hey, Jim Droney.
Yeah. Moultrie's a little bit bigger town. Valdosta and Moultrie. Valdosta has Moody Air Force Base. That's what Valdosta is known for.
Oh, that's close to you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we a lot of times the helicopters and stuff fly right over our property, and they're at tree height when they're doing that. Of course, we get jets.
Hey, Fine Play Media.
I literally think they fly back and forth between Daglin Air Force Base and Moody, because it seems to be the right route for them to take. All right, well, I'm gonna go fuel up. So.
Well, I got no internet.
What are you laughing at, Rodney?
Oh, something that Chris Hope said.
What did he say? I missed it. Because he's over here bothering me. He's texting me. What did he say, Rodney? Let me see it.
I'm going to leave it unsaid for right now.
You're talking about Adrian?
I'm going to leave you wondering, Adrian.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing? I think Chris Hope went ahead and sent him a Facebook thing, everybody. That's why he's not telling me.
There's something going on there.
I mean, I called him an old possum too, so I think he gave the point.
Yeah, well,
he's been called worse than that before, I think.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
What is that Grinderino, Michael Blade? I don't. What is that?
Got no idea.
It's an FPV drone.
Okay.
Is it a 3.5 inch, Michael?
Oh, excuse me, Peter, because now we got the FPV king, Mr. Rodney Bell. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was a coffee grinder there for a minute, but obviously not.
Adrian, Brad has some questions for you.
No new. It's hot. Daggone, I haven't bought a new drone in a long time. No, see, Rodney, you started this, man. You see what Chris Hope just went ahead and put there?
Yep. So
started.
That's a good one.
I didn't start. Don't blame me for starting that. You started it.
First of all, Chris Hope, I think I already got the measurements that I actually wanted, so they're good. They're big enough now. I'm good.
That's one from the old days.
You know what, Ken? I think you're right.
Oh man, he got insulted. He left.
He got kicked out, I think.
Nah, I kicked him out.
I really need to go over by Adrian.
Adrian,
I really want to go to the track.
Rod, you know what makes more sense? We ought to all meet at Adrian's house. It'd be halfway for you and halfway for me.
Yeah, it would be.
So, Adrian, we're inviting ourselves to your house.
Make sure the barbecue's warmed up and cooking.
Hey, I believe that we're gonna really, pardon my French, Rodney, we're gonna piss some people off if we start flying, especially them idiots right
You
next
had
to
that, yeah, you had that confrontation with your neighbor, right?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say we'll go fly your neighbor's property,
Well, there you go. I might even come for that one.
and you could have your gun show at the same time.
I always do. Always do.
I'll bring my Vada 1. We can really annoy them with the noise.
But do they bother you about your guns?
No, they don't, and I shoot a lot. You know, I've had two idiots call the cops on me. They came over here, saw what I was doing. I'm doing illegally. The cops go ahead and told me, keep on going. I even started shooting my gun while the cops walk into their cruiser. Then they don't bother me because I do everything legally. I don't go crazy. I don't shoot towards people's houses. I shoot towards a big old 8-foot pile of dirt that I have. So I mean, I'm doing it legally. Plus, I'm in the county.
You know, you probably live into a bunch of gun haters.
Let me tell you about Bronson, Florida, because I know about Bronson, Florida. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Anyway, I grew up in Mayo, Florida. So we had a boy go over there and start dating a girl in Bronson. And, man, I'll tell you, I thought we were going to have a civil war between the two places because they decided they didn't want any of our guys over there dating their girls. And we were going to meet at the border, basically. But that was way back when. So, long
Can't
time
do
ago.
that no more.
Nope.
Hey, no, Philly Kosher. I don't want my address here. Then everybody gonna come over here.
Anyways, I want to go to the racetrack.
Which track?
Gainesville drag race, NHRA.
Oh,
Yeah, that thing's stay alive like every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. People racing over there.
Yeah, I should come over. I should come over. I should come over when NHRA is there.
As a matter of fact, if you ever come over, Hot Rod, heck, let me know. I'll come with you. It's literally probably about a good 25, 30 minutes for me.
are you in Gainesville, Adrian?
My city is Bronson, but I work in Gainesville.
I got you.
So when a lot of people tell me, where do you live? I just tell them Gainesville, but I don't live in Gainesville. I live in Bronson.
Well,
I grew up in Central Ohio, so the NHRA Spring Nationals.
Yeah, we have the Gator National here every month.
Yeah, you have the Gator Nationals. Yeah,
every month. Yes, sir.
I've been to that racetrack many times. Actually, my friend of mine that I went to school with, he actually, his father used to drag race, and actually he was a friend of mine that just passed away. He was in Texas and was drag racing and had a heart attack while he was racing and never lifted. Went right out the end of the track.
Oh my God, really?
Oh,
He's the same age as I am, and that happened about 2 years ago.
My uncle's been drag racing since he was, I don't know, 16, 17. He's like 13 years older than me. So, I mean, he drag raced for, 50 plus years. He quit about a year ago. And the reason he ended up quitting wasn't because he couldn't go. His worry was if something happened, could he get out of the car? And he kind of hit that point where the bones in the body were just like, if I crashed, I probably couldn't climb out of the car anymore. So that's kind of what finally put an end to his drag racing career. And he was track champion a few times. There in Ohio.
Their biggest fear is actually fire.
Yeah, exactly. Car. So if you can't get out, that's a problem.
You ever see that movie Speed?
Isn't that the fuel they use? Doesn't it when it catches on fire, you can't see it?
Depends on what bracket you're running in, right? If you're doing he always ran in sort of the the bracket racing stuff. So he was running gasoline. He wasn't running alcohol or nitromethane or any of that stuff. But he literally had a 70 Camaro that thing ran 7s in the quarter mile on a carburetor. It was dual Hollies on a tunnel ram running 7-second quarter miles, non-supercharged.
Well, I used to go watch Big Daddy Don Garlett's race at National, and then John Force with the funny cars, Shirley Modowney with the dragsters. Actually, my friend's dad, he did the dragsters too. He had to finally quit because he was getting done while he's going down the track, and that's why he got out of the car.
So I happened to be lucky that I was at the Spring Nationals when Kenny Bernstein broke the 300-mile-an-hour record.
That's pretty cool.
My God, those cars are rolling earthquakes when they go by. I mean, it's just you not only hear it, you freaking you feel it.
Yeah.
Big dog Todd, you feel it.
You feel it, you smell it, you feel the heat coming off and everything, the noise.
It's wild.
You've got the Formula One there. They're having this weekend in Miami.
Yeah,
I think that's on this weekend. Yeah, the Formula One racing.
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah, I think that's in Miami this weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
God, I would not want to be down there.
Well, we go to dirt tracks here. I got a dirt track's about 15 minutes away from me, and next weekend they'll be I thought about maybe trying to do my live sunrise from up there. I got to check the signals and see if I got any signal up there, because it's out in the pasture. It's a track that they just made right there in one of their fields.
Warren, you have a good one, brother.
See you later, Karasha.
have a good one, Warren.
Hey, Warren.
Yeah, there's a small track down by New Smyrna. I've kind of wanted to go fly it.
The closest track we've got here, other than Richmond, I mean, Richmond is the biggest track, the one that NASCAR runs on, but about 25 miles from where I live is a dirt track.
You live in NASCAR heaven. Of course, I live in NASCAR starting point.
I want to go to
It was the beach where they started.
Bristol or Richmond to see a race.
I want to go to Bristol, Tennessee, and watch that race.
That's a cool track.
My uncle has gone to Bristol as drag racing because they have a drag strip there too.
I've been. Do any of you guys remember when Riverside, California they hosted the Winston Western 500 back in the day? That was the first NASCAR race I ever went to. Richard Petty, I think, won that race.
The road course out there was interesting.
And then I've been to Texas Motor Speedway in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I saw a race there. And then I've seen 2 races here in Richmond.
I've been to Talladega.
I've been to Talladega.
Martinsville is a good track too.
I actually went. I was privileged. I had somebody invite me and take me to the Talladega 500, and it was the last race that Senior won.
Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
He died. He literally died at Daytona that next February.
Yep, I remember when that happened.
So that was the last race that Dale Senior won. Was that Talladega that I was at.
I went to the motorcycle races at Daytona, and we were allowed to walk up that embankment where Dale was killed. It's like going up a 6-story building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that happening. I was watching the race on TV.
Y'all know what my last name is, don't you?
No, what is it?
It's France.
France.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I thought you said your middle name. Yeah, I know your last name. Yeah.
Well, so see, that's you talking about my family members there that started a Daytona 500. You know,
Interesting.
it's
So
not.
it's
the
too bad your
matter
first name's not Bill. You'd have a road named after you.
There you go. The truth of the matter is, two brothers came. I think we came from New York, and one of them went to Indiana, and one went to North Carolina or the Carolina areas. And I'm unfortunately on the Indiana side, not the Carolina side. So it's a distance way that I'm connected, but I'm not directly connected. So, but I still claim them though.
Yeah,
Hey,
they tried.
Brad's in the chat. You ever been to Richmond, Brad? The track?
Yeah, they tried to introduce NASCAR racing here in Australia. I think it was back in the 80s, but it never really caught on.
No.
They tried it for a couple of years, but
So
Well,
down
right.
there, wouldn't they have to
Yeah.
go right instead of going left?
Yeah.
no, they went left.
So, do they have Formula One races there in Australia at all?
Yep.
Albert
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, had
Huh?
one back in March.
Oh, Melbourne. Okay.
Albert Park in Melbourne.
Cool. Yeah, I think that Formula One racing is pretty much worldwide, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, I know Le Mans is raced in France.
Yeah.
But is it a Formula One or is it more of a sports car?
It's mainly for the sports cars, I think, or the long distance racing.
But I don't
Yeah.
have it anymore.
They also use it for motorbike racing on a shorter circuit too.
Of course, if you want long distance, come down to Daytona for the 24 hours of Daytona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see that. When is that?
Late January. It's literally a couple of weeks before the Daytona 500.
Right.
That's actually the first major race of the year in Daytona.
Yeah.
Is the 24 hours. I've been by the track when they're running. It's pretty wild hearing all those cars just going at it.
Are they racing stock cars?
No, it's
It's all
I don't know.
sports cars and prototypes and that sort of stuff.
sports cars.
Well,
Okay.
I went to Daytona when they turned it into a road course a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they've done that. I forget how many. How
Roval, I
long
think
that
it was
is
called a
when they do it.
Roval race.
It
Well,
still
Captain Ray, I thought-
can't compete with the Le Mans though. Le Mans is a sort of a really unique circuit, probably the best long distance circuit of all.
Yeah.
Ray Kelly, I thought you went when they were racing on the beach.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Actually, that's kind of wild. I saw some
You see
pictures.
Joe Foleo's comment about Scotty?
Got bad signal.
So
You say?
Scott can't read the chat, I don't think.
So apparently, the way that worked is one side of that race was on the beach, and one side of that race was on A1A.
Oh, is that?
So
right?
you had beach and pavement. That's what made it so bloody interesting. You kind of couldn't set the car up for one thing.
Oh, that was interesting, I bet.
So I see my friends are in there making fun of me. I just switched over to chat. I can't look at both at the same time.
Hey, John.
Well, I'm going to put it up here, Scott. It's on the screen. If you can read the screen.
Let me got to switch back. Yeah. I know.
Oh, man. That's not nice, Joe.
Yeah, that's not nice.
It may be true, but it's not nice.
Now, I will say one thing: the stands and stuff look way nicer after they put that $400 million into it.
Well,
A couple of my
Talladega,
neighbors went last year. My neighbor and Steve Barnett went, and they loved the Daytona 500. They really had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a fun race. I've never been to Daytona 500, but I have been to Pepsi 500. So
Pepsi 500 or
Same
Coca
race, it's just
400?
Oh, what is 400? Yeah, I think you're right.
It's the Coca-Cola 400, and they used to run it July 4th weekend, and they
Yep.
moved it to August.
Well, for me, it was the Pepsi Cola 400. I think when I went, which is
Could be.
Oh.
You know how those sponsorships are with the NASCAR.
I tell you, when I was driving up, I stopped at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and I got some shots of that. That was pretty cool.
I've driven by the Charlottesville, Charlotte Speedway, Motor Speedway.
Yeah. It's Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I've been by there. That was pretty interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
half
that's a nice track.
half the teams are probably within 2 hours of Charlotte somewhere.
Right. Yep.
Can I show this
Ball and
picture,
Dell
Rodney?
Jr. are both based out of there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's
Show
the
that
North
picture.
Wilkesboro Speedway.
Oh, okay. Now
Very
that's
good.
up in Pennsylvania, right?
No, it's in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yep, but it was out of commission for many years, and then 2 years ago they revitalized it, and they have a race there now again.
Oh, wow.
Everybody likes the short tracks because of all the bumping that goes on the short tracks.
That Richmond is a short track, and it
Yeah.
was pretty interesting.
Well, the reason why, because it's more about racing instead of just riding around for 3 hours and then finally racing the last few laps.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are starting to get annoyed with that whole thing.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the crashes are way more spectacular on the faster tracks because the
Yeah,
crashes
but
are pretty
it's not that knocked out.
calm on the slow ones.
That's half the luck at Daytona is being the one guy to survive the crash because you know the
Yep.
crash is coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a question of when. When's it coming?
Yeah, exactly.
Talladega's the same way.
And actually, Ray, here's the other thing I wondered about after Dale Sr. died. You know, it's kind of one of those, do they really need to push those cars to 190 to almost 200 mile an hour? Wouldn't it be just as fun if they limited them and it was 170 mile an hour?
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely
You
right.
know, it would still be just as bloody competitive and a hell of a lot less risky to the drivers.
We have a quarter mile track, 20 minutes from here, and it's fun. I like going there. Yep.
Is it dirt?
No, it's paved. Yeah.
Holy cow.
They do the
quarter mile
figure eight.
paved.
They do demolition derbies there. It's really cool.
You know, that's one thing I've never been to was a figure eight race or a demolition derby. I'd like to go to one, at least say I've been to one.
Well, come on up, Rodney. We'll go.
I may have
We used to have them all the
right?
time when the fair was in town. They did a demolition derby.
I got that video on my channel. I filmed it a couple times now, that track.
For me, Ronnie, I think I enjoy the monster truck more than anything else.
Oh yeah, monster trucks.
You know, watching them big old truck just go crazy on that track. Now that's my jam. I've been to Daytona 500 several times. I go to the Gator National just about every time they come down. But the monster truck, that I love watching that.
I really need to go to Gator National. I haven't gone there since I came down. That was kind of on my to-do list when I moved down here.
Good morning, Flea Flicker.
Hey, Flea Flicker.
I believe that's the only time Gainesville actually get really recognized hot rod is when Gator National come down. Other than that, you only hear about UF. That's it.
You know,
Everybody goes there. I'm talking about traffic. It's stupid for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I remember when I flew to Gainesville to go to University of Florida on business the one time, and whereas quote unquote as big as UF is, that Gainesville airport is smaller than a postage stamp. I was like,
It's time.
really? This is Gateville? You got one seating area with 2 doors on either end, and that's the 2 gates.
Well,
And
that
Gateville
airport has
is-
that airport has one way in and one way out. Only
yeah,
one gate.
exactly.
And they only have one runway.
Right.
That's it.
Tallahassee's the same way.
It's just a regional airport, right?
It's just a
Regional,
tiny
my
little regional
butt. It's more
airport.
like a county airport.
They literally just started letting American Airlines come through. They had a couple of Delta, and they have Spirit every once in a blue moon. But that's about it.
Yeah, they flew the prop plane to the nearest.
Chesterfield, VA.
Hey, Ken, place it here. We buddies. Don't you ever talk about the nose anymore. Not in here. Ronnie, am I allowed to cuss?
No.
As long as, I mean, you keep it reasonable.
Yeah,
All right,
I
I'm done.
I'll make both of you mad. Go Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney, I'm out. I got hot rod on Kentucky. I'm out, Rodney. I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good one, Adrian.
Good night. Good evening.
Okay, not yet. Maybe in a few minutes.
Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to take a small break, so I'm going to leave it to you guys.
Leave Adrian in charge, Rodney.
I don't think that's a wise decision, and that surprises me coming from an ex-homicide cop.
If you do, Rodney, when you come back, you better hit that dump button because every word that's gonna come out is gonna be a cuss word. So go ahead, leave. Go ahead.
Well, I'm leaving Dominic in charge.
Hey,
Why?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
well, who better?
yeah. Okay.
He's
I
older than
volunteer.
dirt,
I'll
which
volunteer.
means he's wise. You know.
I mean, I'm old. See that? I think I earned my stripes.
I mean,
That's
Woody and Schoenbeckler would like roll over in their graves if they look at what current college football is like compared to what it was like when those two coached.
Anyway, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Scott, are you off-roading? What are you doing?
I'm coming into the farm right now. I finally get to the house.
You bouncing everywhere.
So yeah. Yeah, well, I need to plow the roadway. This is the one that they tore up so bad. There's a rabbit up there in front of me.
A rabbit.
But yeah, got back. I gotta go see
jackrabbit.
Mrs. Rabbit. Yeah, it's a jackrabbit. He just went off in the woods. So yeah, it's pretty rough here right now. We still everything's kind of dried out and finally got where I can grade it. Matter of fact, that might be what I do today. Oh, there goes another rabbit. He's up here right at the she shed. So she always talks about our working dog and how it keeps the rats and stuff down. I said that dog doesn't do anything. Well, all the rabbits run around and proves it. So anyway. So what's everybody doing today? Everybody, we got rain here, so
I think I was late.
I'm actually about to go outside and go ahead and shoot my guns again early this morning.
I should have went and flew already.
Yeah.
I'm about to shoot my guns and try to make me some more little videos.
Why not? Yep.
I'm
Well,
thinking about using some of my drones, Captain Red, to go ahead and get like a perspective from upstairs, you know, up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about some ideas about doing that. I don't know what I'm going to do, though.
Go fly today, Adrian. Go fly. Annoy your neighbors.
You could try shooting your drones down, Adrian. So just hover them up a bit and see if you can shoot them down. That's a good
Hey,
idea.
you have that DJI FPV drone?
Have I flown it, you said?
Yeah, do you still have it?
I still got it right here next to me.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a noisy drone too. That FPV.
Yeah, I still got my my drone museum over here. I haven't sold none of my drones. I got them all.
Ironically, Ray, I've been flying my Mavic 3 more than I've been flying FPV lately. So
Oh man, I forgot.
That Mavic 3 is amazing.
I'm back to all winter long here, and Scotty can kind of testify to it. This last winter has been one of the cloudiest winters in Florida like ever. So I like flying the sunrises, but when there's nothing but clouds, you kind of just don't want to fly anymore. So
Yeah. Man, it's been
we're back
wet.
to normal Florida sunrises. So now I'm back to sort of flying my Mavic 3 to fly the sunrise again.
Holy cow, look at that. Y'all see? Can you see what that is right there?
What is it? A bug? Some kind of bug?
I think it's a baby bird.
Oh,
Okay.
I just walked
Looks like bait for the bass.
that's the she shed. That's the she shed or the man cave?
In the man cave. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm smelling something, so I'm guessing that I'm guessing somebody didn't get to take care of them.
Don't kill nobody.
Actually, Ray, that's something I'm kind of want to go work on. I need to get my fishing poles back in shape. I kind of want to go fishing again.
Well, if you do, when I come down in November, we'll have to go.
I've never gone ocean fishing.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. You got to sign up for that fishing trip on Monday after the meetup.
And the interesting part is, as a veteran in Florida, they give you this license for like $20, and it's literally everything but alligator is on that last license.
It's overall everything.
It's an overall for like $20. So I've had it. I just need to go back and get it.
I have to pay $60-something for a non-resident license every year.
It's crazy how they have the freshwater and the saltwater licenses. It's not just a fishing license.
Right. Actually, I'm going down. I'm going to be fishing in a tournament in August. Yep.
Bring the sunscreen.
My neighbor, him and I and Steve Barnett, we signed up. We're going to go. Third year in a row now.
Yeah, the internet was next door to me. I should go over there fishing.
Oh, dang it. He came back. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. We got to stop talking about Rodney now.
That's all right. I heard every
Where
word.
doesn't Rodney go fishing? You go fishing, Rodney? I mean, you're right there by the bay.
No, I don't fish much anymore.
Oh, yeah, and you're the Navy guy. Don't Navy guys fish?
Well, of course we fish. We fish for, like sharks and whales. And
I thought you went fishing for the girls at the bar.
Don't get him in trouble now. Don't get him in trouble.
Fly guy Merrill, good morning.
Hey, Howard, that was back in his day when he was
yeah, that was back in my single days.
Back when he was old. He's a young man now. He don't do that type of stuff.
Wild and crazy.
Joe says he hadn't fished in 30 years. Crap, I didn't. He must have been 5 when the last time he went fishing.
It's been over 50 years since I went fishing. Long time ago.
I don't blame you. With the crap that's in your guys' water over there, I'd be scared of what would be coming up out.
Hey, Merle. Good morning.
I'm definitely not going to Vegas. There's no way. Minefields up in the air. It all depends on what's going on. I really want to go. I really hope to.
Sorry.
But I just don't know.
Joe Folia put a number 15 in the chat. I don't know what he's talking about. Did I miss something?
Yeah. Rodney, everybody here, Hot Rod, Scott, Peter, Ray, Hot Rod, everybody in the chat. I'm about to go ahead and head out.
Okay.
All right.
Good day.
All right.
Thanks for popping in, Adrian. Glad
Good
you're
to
doing
see you.
well.
Good to see you.
Bye,
Adrian.
Adrian.
You have a good one.
Good to see you again.
Adrian's going flying.
Shooting. He's going shooting.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, Merrill's in the chat now. Rodney.
Yeah, I saw him. Fly Guy Merrill.
I'm sorry I'm sniffling and coughing.
Oh, dude, don't apologize, man. You can't help it.
I don't want to give it to you guys, though. You know.
Well,
I'm pretty safe. I think it's a long way to travel to get to me.
Oh, yeah, number 15. Okay. You're 58, aren't you, Joe?
Pretty scary when Ray doesn't remember our names, but he remembers the number.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Joe, he's number 58 on the South Florida Drone Meetup list.
He's talking about the last time he went fishing. He was 15.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 15. Okay. I got you. That was a long time ago, Joe.
I'm 21.
and I'm 29.
I only have to walk about 20 steps, Ray. The golf.
You can fish right in your backyard, right?
I
You
can
got
fish in my
bass,
backyard.
right?
I can fish in my backyard. It's stocked.
There's big bass in there?
I've caught a 5-pound bass, literally in my backyard. So
Wow.
Now that's private property, correct?
HOA. So yeah,
So that
we
means
own
you
it.
don't need a license.
Yeah, I don't need a license in my
Right.
backyard. Yeah.
Yep.
Any
I can
alligators in
even
there?
fish there
I'm
if you
surprised
invite me.
the HOA lets you fish.
Yes, Peter. There are alligators, and in our community, all of the lakes are actually interconnected because it's part of the storm drainage
Okay.
system. So the alligators, fish, and everything else can sort of migrate from one lake to the
Yeah.
other lake in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
But I've had them in mine at least twice. First one was when I moved in. The funny part was one day I was fishing, and I sort of live on the long end of the lake for the golf holes, so going side to side. One day I was fishing, and I looked up, and on the other end of the lake, I sort of saw this little wake in the water, and like, okay, is there wind? No wind. Okay, why is there a wake coming at me? And I'm going,
Alligator.
but I know what it is. About halfway down the lake, he finally stuck his snout up out of the water. And I was like, I guess I was right. He came all the way down where I was, because what he heard was me casting the lure and it was splashing in the water. So I'm sure to him it sounded like a fish playing in the water. So he came down to come hunt some food. He came down and about 15 feet offshore, turned sideways and looked at me and was just like, "You're not what I was expecting."
Too big. You're too big.
I'll tell you my gator story. I grew up on the Swanee River, so we went fishing all the time. And actually, me and a buddy of mine, we went uptown and we decided, hey, why don't we go fishing all night? And so we went and built us a fire right on the riverbank and sitting there just tearing up the fish. We were catching fish left and right, and you put them on a stringer. And we were catching them so fast. Normally, you would tie the stringer on so they won't pull them off, but we were just sticking it in the sand because we were filling it up so fast. And by that time, I heard thrashing, and I was looking back into the fire where the stringer was, and I was trying to put my foot on the stringer because I knew it wasn't tied up. And he started yelling, "No, let it go, let it go!" The gator come up there and was eating our stringer, and he said I was about.
I'm not surprised.
So we packed up after that and went back uptown and decided we wouldn't go fishing anymore.
I love night fishing. You cast just off the edge of the light in the water because the fish come up and just hang out just kind of right on the edge of the light.
Yeah, that's really the best time to fish. It's I had another friend of mine. No, it was a different guy. We used to get off work and have the boat all ready and would literally be on the lake at like 5:30. and we would fish till about 11 o'clock every night. And when you did it that way, nobody would be on the lake except for the game warden. The game warden would be out there, and we used to play cat and mouse with him all the time. Not that we were doing anything illegal. It's just I know one time I had a running light out, and I was like, man, I do not feel like getting a ticket for this. And so I went up in the lily pads. He knew I was there, but he couldn't figure out where. So when you go in the lily pads, there's only one way in and one way out. So as he was coming in, I was navigating out, so I'd go out. And as soon as I got back out in the major lake, I turned my lights on and went to the dock, and we got out of there because I was like, he was stuck.
So Scotty's saying he's a fugitive from the law. Got it.
No, look, everything matters, right? And the little things matter. So I'm out there one time, and they always like to come to make sure you had your life preservers and things like that. There's 3 of us in a boat, and normally we'd only do 2 in a boat. But he says, hey, let me check you for your life preservers. We brought them out, 1, 2, 3. Then he points at me. He says, well, how about putting that one on for me? I put it on. It was about this tall because it was for a little baby. And he says, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to write you a ticket because at least you tried. But he said, if I catch you out here with that life preserver again, I'm writing you up. So,
That's a good one.
And another story that I had was we're out there in that same lake, and one reason why it's better to go at night is because you'll get like skiers and other things. And when you're trying to fish and you're rocking all the time and the boats are going by, well, here's this one boat tearing up, going one end of the lake, coming back the other one, and doing donuts and circles and everything else. Well, we're sitting there watching this guy the whole time. And about that time, he swamped the boat. Well, you got a boater out there's in trouble. So we go out there to help him. Well, guess who it was? It was the game warden. The game warden swamped the boat. So
Really?
we helped him pull the boat back over to the boat ramp, and his superior was on his way. We were trying to get it on the trailer and get it out before he'd get in trouble. Well, the guy showed up just about the time we were getting the boat pulled out. So that's my stories. I'm done.
That's good. That's a good story.
The only run-in I've ever had with a game warden was when I was stationed out at Mare Island Naval Shipyard out there in California. Me and a buddy had gone fishing. Now, we were both instructors at the Combat Systems Training Command there, and we had taken a 4-day weekend. Well, my buddy Al, I didn't know it, but he was supposed to have started teaching the mid shift, which would have been Monday morning. Start at 11 on Sunday night into Monday morning. And he didn't realize it was that day that he was supposed to start. So we were coming back. It was Monday afternoon. It was about noontime on Monday. And we pulled into the boat ramp, and this game warden came up. He come up to me because I got out and was holding the boat while Al went and got the truck. He comes up to me. He goes, "Are you Al Hefner or Rodney Bell?" I said, "I'm Rodney Bell." And I'm like, "Uh-oh." He goes, You need to call Senior Chief. I can't even think of her name now. But anyway, you need to call Smith, Senior Chief Smith. And I'm like, okay. So we got the boat out of the water. We went, and when we got to the nearest phone booth, we called, and they were so worried that we had gotten up to the lake and then gotten into an accident and drowned because he had missed his start time.
Mm.
So that's the only run-in I've ever had with a game warden. So,
well, they made sure our lake was safe all the time, and I'll be honest, it gets pretty annoying when you're out there all the time and you're getting stopped every day all the time. So
yeah,
look, I always
there's no
say
need of that.
All extremes are bad. Somewhere in between, right? So I'm not against them being out there.
You must have been a suspicious-looking character, Scott, in your younger days.
No, they did to everybody. It didn't matter who you were. If you were on that lake, you were going to get pulled over, and they were going to check you, and you didn't have to be doing anything wrong or not. So, but like I said, it is what it is. I'm not making excuses one way or the other, but somewhere is a balance. You can't be overbearing, and you can't be not do your job either. So
I got stopped by the Coast Guard a couple of years ago.
Hey, John, if you're still listening, have a good day, brother. We'll be looking for that video. He's dropping a new video here shortly. So
Okay.
Yeah, I love John's videos.
he's pretty good. Mr. Skyfly, good morning.
Hey,
Good
Joe.
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, John's only issue is he lives in Michigan.
I'm
Sorry,
not
those of us from
31.
Ohio don't use
I know.
M's. No M's allowed.
Randy.
Well, did you guys happen to see Colleen flying the drone at the South Florida drone meetup? She actually flew John's drone during
Really?
the most
Nice.
drones in the sky contest.
how about that?
So, no, I
What did
didn't
John
see it.
Yeah, John. I guess John set it up. I don't know. Somehow Colleen ended up with the controller. So
I got to
Randy,
eat dinner with
Matt
him.
Drops Media, good morning.
oh, Randy's in the chat. How you doing, Randy? He's up in Maryland, right? Maryland. Or down, I should say down in Maryland.
He's down for you and up for me, yeah. So he doesn't know it yet, but one of these weekend Saturdays I may pay him a visit. He's about a 3-hour drive from where I'm at, so
He's a good drone pilot also.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fun to do. That's why I do the 3-hour drive down to Maddie and TJ's. So
There's
just fun to
very
have
few
people to fly
bad
with.
drone pilots. You know, have you noticed how everybody's a good drone pilot?
Mm-hmm. I'll be glad when Ken's back home. Although right now I'm glad Ken's over.
He is back home.
Is he back home?
He's there for his son's graduation. His son's graduating from
Oh,
college.
got it. This sneaky little guy. He didn't tell me he was back home.
Congratulations again to Trey. Quick trip. I think just one of
Yeah,
those
he's
quick
probably
trips.
headed back. He's probably headed back.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask him how he was playing in a poker tournament over there in Texas where he's working at the moment. I forgot to ask him how that tournament went. He's quite the poker player.
That's what I heard.
Who,
Yeah.
Ken?
Yeah, Ken. He's quite the poker player.
Well, Rodney, I'm gonna go. Thank you for the invite,
Yeah,
putting it in the
Yeah,
chat.
you're welcome. And
I'm gonna go fly, guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream as well.
I'm going
So.
to end it as well.
Have a good day, everybody.
You too,
All right.
Ken. Later.
Bye-bye.
Literally.
So, Dominic, you have a good night.
Yeah.
Peter,
Good night.
you have a good night.
Yep. Good night. Good night, everybody in chat.
Scott's
morning,
away
whatever.
from the camera right now, so
Yeah.
he's gonna come back and nobody's gonna be here.
Yeah, I got my batteries charged. I'm ready to go
Oh, there
fly.
it is.
Some FPV today, finally.
Are you?
Yeah.
So, anyway, hey Scott, I'm getting ready to end the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's time for me to go to work anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, guys, y'all have a great one.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Have a good weekend. Go fly. Have fun.
Yep. Absolutely. Everybody, thanks in the chat. Thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Crew, starting with Charlie in New York, coming to me here in Virginia, moving on to Scott in Florida or South Georgia now, and then over to Chris Hope. And then following Chris Hope, of course, will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Everybody, you all have a great day. We'll see ya. Love y'all. Bye now.